guys, welcome back to a new video. In today's video, we are going to be doing a Instagram chooses my next reads. I have a lined up of books that I want to read, so I'm hoping that I can knock off some of my physical TBR. So I thought it would be super fun if we did an Instagram chooses my next reads. Here are the book options. So I'm going to put a poll on Instagram for 2 books because I know that I am a slow reader. I know that and I own that, and because I'm a slow reader, I want to really just focus on 2 books for this one video. So we're gonna go ahead and pick two books from 4 books that I'm going to be polling on my Instagram. And so the first category is fantasy books because I am in a mood for fantasy books. And the first book that I'm going to be polling on Instagram is Dance of Thieves, which I read 22 pages of just so like I know what I'm going into. And then the second book is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillick because I've seen a lot of people rave about this book and they said that they love this book, and I also read a sample from Kindle, and so I'm very intrigued by it. I read the first page and I was like completely hooked just from the first page. So we're gonna put these 2 books side by side on Instagram, and I'm gonna let you guys choose which book I'm gonna continue reading for my next reads. So this is Dance of Thieves and this is One Dark Window. So I hope you guys can guess it from the color because I picked it up from the cover, and then I also am going to put corresponding emojis on them, so hopefully you guys catch that. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and put, I think, a knife emoji. Oh no, a blade emoji, dagger, blade, I don't know. And then the other one's going to be a card because I heard that there's something about cards on One Dark Window. I'm not so sure what it is, but that's what it is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and post this poll. I'm just gonna go ahead and post this poll and let it work its thing, and I'm going to catch you guys up on which poll wins later. I forgot to give you guys the polling results. So I already screenshotted them a couple of days ago because I was so busy and had a lot of things to do. So now is the right time for me to finally show you guys the results of the poll. So I screenshotted it a day after it went up, and the results are, for the first one, the card emoji won by 69%, and the Joker emoji is actually One Dark Window. So my prediction was right. I'm currently reading One Dark Window. I'm only 100 pages in the book, and so I'm gonna go ahead and continue reading that book.
check. This morning I got to page, where the heck? Okay, I got to page 272. I'm on chapter 24, so I have 11 more chapters, I believe. I think there's 35 chapters to this book. So yeah, 35 chapters to this book. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue reading One Dark Window. Hopefully I can finish it. I think I'm going to go ahead and just, I don't know, it's currently 2:30 now, so I still have a lot more time to read, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue reading this book. Also, nobody asked this, but Tate McRae just released her new song, and I've been listening to it the whole dang day. Very addicting. I love her songs. Hello guys, it is a couple of days later and I just realized that I haven't really talked much about One Dark Window, which is the book that I just currently finished a couple of days ago. And so before we jump into talking about my current read, I'm going to be talking about One Dark Window and my thoughts about it. So, One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig is one of the most hyped up fantasy books that I've heard in a while. I think I saw this both on Instagram and on TikTok. Everybody is reading that book, and I thought that it would be a really great read since it is starting to rain a lot here where I live in Jakarta. So, I think it would be super fun to start reading One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. And so I just finished. If you guys don't know what One Dark Window is basically a gothic fantasy. It's like a darker fantasy. It's nothing like Powerless. It's nothing like A Curse for True Love and the Once Upon a Broken Heart series in general. It's very different. It's darker than that. But I enjoyed it. I think it fit into the atmosphere of the rainy season so well. This book, we follow Elspeth. Now, Elspeth was one of the kids that got infected by a mist of disease. So she got a fever along with a couple of other people during that time. And so they get infected, and ever since the infection spread, the king from, I forgot what the kingdom's name is, but the king issued that all of those that were infected were to be unalived for the sake of the others that didn't get infected, because those infected were a danger to the others that were not. And so here in present day, 11 years later, Elspeth is 20 years old and she meets this destrier. His name is Revin. Now don't ask me what a destrier is, I am not sure. But she meets this destrier, his name is Revin, and he and his family are on a mission to find these 12 deck of cards which contains magic that will help heal the kingdom of the disease and to cure those who got infected by the mist and the fever 11 years ago. And so Revin and his family join forces with Elspeth to collect these 12 deck of cards. And so it's pretty twisted. It has a lot of twists and turns. I had a great time reading it, but I had trouble with the first half of the book as well, because obviously world building and the explanation of the magic system and everything was a little bit complicated, and so obviously it was kind of hard to get into the book for the first time. But I think I actually started to enjoy it more after it hit the 200-page mark. Everything started to go very fast. Really liked it. I started like literally absorbing the whole entire book, and I love the ending. I'm excited for the second book that I will be reading next year. Before we jump into my current read, but as you guys know, this is Bookmas Day 3, and because it is Bookmas Day 3, I am going to be I will be reading a lot more Christmas books and holiday-centered books. I'm very excited for it. Again, I live in Jakarta in Indonesia, We do not have winter, but it does get very, very rainy throughout this month and December until like probably January, February. It'll be raining cats and dogs all the time, and the weather is so gloomy and it'll get cold, and it's just a fun time to read all of these like holiday books, fantasy books, and whatnot. And so that's that. So the next book that I had you guys pick for me was a Christmas book. Honestly, it was a Christmas book. It was A December to Remember by Jeannie Baylis, and the other one was The Christmas Wish by Lindsay Kelk. Now, for these two books, I think these two books are very different. This one is about, let's just read the back. Okay, I'm not good at talking about books. So, three bickering house sisters, one unique antiques shop, the coziest holiday season of their lives. Wildly different half sisters Maggie, Simone, and Star have hardly seen one another since their sprightly summers at Rothorpe, their eccentric father Augustus's home. Known for his bustling approach to the knick-knack shop he ran, Augustus was loved by all and known by none, not even his daughters. Now, years later, the three estranged women are called upon for the reading of Augustus's will and quickly realize he's orchestrated a series of hoops through which they must jump to unlock their inheritance. The last thing any of them want to do, but Maggie and Star desperately need the money, and who would Simone be to resist? Though hilarious goose chases, small town mishaps, and one heartwarming winter solstice celebration, love is in the air. If only the three sisters can let themselves grasp it. Okay, so three sisters who are trying to gain their father's inheritance because of a shop in December, and it is set in during the Christmas time. And I got this book from my brother. He brought it for me last year for Christmas, but I didn't get to read this book last Christmas. So there's a thing, I don't know what is going on, but there's a thing about me that I just realized. Every Christmas I get Christmas books, but I never get to read them. The only Christmas book I succeeded on reading was, I think it was like back when I was in high school. I got this book. It was called what was it called? It was like a collection of short stories during the Christmas time. I think it was My True Love Gave to Me. I think that's the book. I used to have that book. It was a collection of short stories during the holidays and the Christmas time, and that was the only book that I successfully completed during the Christmas time. And so yeah, I had you guys pick between A December to Remember and The Christmas Wish, which is a Groundhog's Day set in Christmas time. And the poll actually says that A Christmas Wish won by a lot. Okay, so here is the poll that I put up. This one was for December to Remember, and the other one is for The Christmas Wish. I don't know why I put a love letter on it, but I don't know. But A Christmas Wish won by 84%. So that's my current read, The Christmas Wish by Lindsay Kelk. As I said, this book is a Groundhog's Day set in Christmas time, and we just go through a series of unfortunate events with the female main character's family and herself. Really, a lot of unfortunate events happened during this Christmas time, where she came back to her family's house for the holidays. And it's just been very funny and entertaining, and I'm very, very excited to continue reading this book. I started this book 2 days ago, I think, and I'm on page 116 because, as I said, it was very entertaining. It's very funny. I will let you guys know later. I'm working on giving more book updates as I read through the books, okay? I am really bad at giving book updates, so yeah, we're gonna continue reading.
Hello guys, today is the next day. I'm still going through the Christmas wish. I got to page 227 last night. I'm about to start a new chapter on chapter 14. I still have about 110 pages more to go. The book ends on 337 pages, so maybe, I don't know, but maybe, hopefully, I'll be able to finish this book today, but I do have a couple of things that I need to do today, so no promises on finishing this book today, but I think 110 pages are doable. So I will give you guys more updates later, but as of now, 227 pages later, the story has picked up again. It is Groundhog Day. It is a Groundhog Christmas Day, so really the only update I can give you without giving any spoilers away is that our main character Gwen is living a Groundhog Day Christmas, and she is trying to figure out how to get out of this time loop of Christmas. And the strategy that she comes up with is to ask the people around her, which is her family, if they could be granted any wish, what would it be. And so she goes through the series of asking her mom, her dad, her nan, her sister, and whatnot of their Christmas wish and trying to make them come true. I still have 110 pages. There's a lot that could happen in 110 pages, so as of now, things have been picking up. I'm about to go into the 5th or 6th day of Christmas, so yeah, it's just been pretty entertaining for me, really, and no complaints here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and continue reading this book, and I will give you guys more updates later.
Hello guys, it is the next day. Last night I finished reading The Christmas Wish by Lindsay Kelk. It was a really sweet book. I finally can give you my rating, because 2 years ago when I DNF'd this book, I didn't give it any rating at all because obviously I DNF'd it. And now that I finished reading this book, I'm gonna give this book a 3 stars because it was a really good book, honestly. I mean, she made this book really sweet, and I just think like it is such a fun twist on Christmas because you get the repetitive Christmas. All to say, this is a very sweet, funny, hilarious book. I absolutely loved it. I love her writing style. I feel like in the future I would love to pick up another Lindsay Kelk book because it's actually really good. I love her writing. It was quite fast, and I just specifically love this one line from this book that says, and the male love interest says, where is it? I could fill a library with my memories of you. Who says that? Only guys in books, obviously. But yeah, The Christmas Wish by Lindsay Kelk, a 3 stars for me, and I'm excited to pick up a new holiday read, which I will be doing it on a separate video, but for now I have completed the followers choose my next reads. Before I end this video, we're gonna just take a little bit of a recap of what I've read. I read One Dark Window by Rachel Gillick, and I rated that. What did I rate that? Hold on, let me check on Goodreads. Can't remember how much I rated that book. That was a 4.25 stars for me. I'm excited for the second book. I'll be reading that for sure next year. And then I also read The Christmas Wish by Lindsay Kelk, and that is a 3 stars for me. So thank you guys so much for helping me choose my next reads. Make sure to follow me on my Bookstagram so that you can participate in these kinds of videos in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye!